Kiln, you say?
Opponent snapped.
Wow, this guy loves the kiln. Okay, I guess I could throw US Agent in there, although it doesn't feel like he has too much impact, considering... Oh, interesting. He puts Colleen Wing, who chops Jubilee. Interesting. Is that just because he wants the Hulk? We can deal with that with Shang-Chi. Squirrels! What's this? Okay, so obviously we're going to end this with just a Hela play, right? This ends with a Hela? So what if I were to just forget every other thing my deck can do? What if we just did this? Let's see what happens. Hela.
Minions to me.
We are the future.
Okay. What else you got? Okay. Wow. Well, goodbye to your middle lane. I'm winning that. We tie on the left, and I win the right. Sometimes all you need is Shang-Chi and Absorbing Man. The rest of the deck doesn't matter. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Royal Nerd Gaming. I'm your host, the Royal Nerd, and it finally happened! My boy Captain America got buffed! Oh, I have loved playing with Captain America, even when he wasn't the best card. Up until now, he's been a 3-3 that gave +1 power to the other cards in his lane, which meant at his best, he was a 3-6, and that's not that much better than a 3-5, which is the baseline for 3 cost, and that was only if you filled the lane, so really, you were going through all this work for not that much benefit. But now, he's been buffed, and I like it, I think. Let me explain. Captain America is now a 3-2, so 1 power down from his base power, but his ongoing ability has changed to be +2 power to the other cards in the lane. Except there's a catch. The cards that he can buff have to be ongoing cards. Before, could have just been any old card. Now, it has to be ongoing. This is fine where he is most prevalent, which is in Spectrum ongoing decks that are playing mostly ongoing cards anyway, really hasn't made that big of a difference. Where I was playing Captain America was Silver Surfer, one of my favorite archetypes in the game. And the problem with that is, that deck isn't running a bajillion ongoing cards. I liked using Captain America to buff up my Broods, which are just 3-2s, you know? Now I can't do that. I would have to use him to buff up ongoing cards, which means he doesn't fit in Surfer anymore. Right? Well, probably. But that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna try. So I built an ongoing Surfer deck, and that's what we're doing today. For those of you who don't know, the Silver Surfer archetype is based around the card Silver Surfer. Crazy, I know. And his on-reveal ability is to give all other 3 costs +2 power. The reason that Silver Surfer creates his own archetype is because you can basically build a deck of so many different kinds of 3 costs, and then slap Silver Surfer in there and make it a Silver Surfer deck. You can focus on cards that buff up in power, or you can focus on 3 costs that are specifically counter cards, like Rogue or Red Guardian. But ongoing is a little bit tricky, so I had to find a good balance of cards that are ongoing and not ongoing. And I think I found something that works. Now, usually when I do the deck breakdown, I go in cost order, but I'm not going to do that today because I want to focus in on some key cards in this deck that I think are really effective and how they interact with the other cards around them. So I'm going to be bouncing around between the costs a little bit, so just bear with me. Starting off with the good boy Cosmo. On-reveal abilities won't happen here, and he's ongoing, so he gets buffed by Captain America. Cosmo is so valuable in today's meta. There are so many on-reveal things going on all over the place. Hela is as prevalent as ever, especially with Leech nerfed, so you want a card that can just say, no. And that's what Cosmo is. He's always been that. But we forget about this good little boy. You can win games with Cosmo alone because they'll go to play their biggest on-reveal effect, like Hela, and you Cosmo'd the lane. And then it doesn't happen, and you win. Another ongoing card we have is Jean Grey, and she forces players to play their first card of each turn into her lane, if possible. If the lane is full, obviously you can't play there. But the reason she's great is because she can be so disruptive. If Jean Grey's on the board, your opponent might fill up this lane faster than they meant to. Or they might have to play their big cards into this lane, and you can then disrupt that. And let's say you are forcing your opponent to put their big cards into Jean Grey's lane, well then you throw US Agent in there to debuff all those big cards. It's true, US Agent's a pretty decent card since this buff, and -4 power from 4, 5, and 6 costs is nothing to scoff at. And also at 2 costs, we have Dazzler, who gains more power the more lanes you have filled on your side of the board. If you have all 3 lanes filled, she's a 2/6, which is pretty solid. A 2/8 if you're in the lane with Captain America. I wonder if Mojo would be better? Let me pull up Mojo for a second. Mojo is a 2/2 ongoing with the ability to become a 2/8 or 2/10 with Captain America if both your and your opponent's side of Mojo's lane are full. He could end up being better than Dazzler, especially when you're playing Jean Grey, which is forcing your opponent to play into his lane. The problem with him is, I don't like looking at him. I don't want him in my deck. But he would probably make it better. But I'm not gonna play him. So if you don't have Dazzler, or you want to make the deck a little stronger, I'd say play Mojo. But I'm not going to. And the last ongoing card we have in the deck is Sarah. Sarah's great, obviously. She goes in all the Surfer decks, ongoing or not, because, well, she makes cards in your hand, cost 1 less. Why would you not want that? She makes it so that you can play out 3 3-drops on turn 6 instead of just 2. Now let's quickly talk about the non-ongoing cards in the deck, starting with Brood. A staple in Silver Surfer decks, obviously. Brood adds 2 Broodlings to their location with the same power. It's 3 3-drops for the price of 1. Obviously you want this in your Surfer deck. Plus, it fills up space, which can be very beneficial if you're trying to buff up your Dazzler. I guess if you replace her with Mojo, this doesn't matter as much, but hey, I'm gonna look for any excuse to keep her in the deck and not have to look at Mojo's face. Then we have Silver Surfer in our Silver Surfer deck. It just makes sense. I've also put Hope Summers into the deck, a card that I've included in most of my Silver Surfer builds ever since she came out, because being able to get +1 extra energy just by playing into her location is very valuable. She's kind of a backup in case you don't draw Sarah. Surfer decks can't get as vertical as some other decks can, so you need to have a, in case of emergency, press this button, and Shang-Chi is that button. If you realize that playing Surfer isn't going to win you the lane, then scrap the Surfer plan altogether and just get Shang-Chi out there and blow up whatever big thing's in your way. I've also got Absorbing Man in the 4-cost slot because I love how he interacts with the other on-reveal cards. If the last card you played has an on-reveal ability, copy its text, which basically means do the on-reveal effect that last card did. If you played Brood on turn 3, and then you play Absorbing Man on turn 4, he will spawn 2 Broodlings, which is gross and weird to think about, but very helpful when you want to get more 3-drops on the board. And the last card we have in the deck is Gladiator, a 3/8. I mean, yes, it's cool that he can pull an opponent's card from their deck and try to blow it up, even though it will activate its on-reveal ability, and if it has more power than him, then it won't blow up. These are unfortunate side effects of playing Gladiator. However, the fact that you can just stuff 8 power into a lane just by playing him, and then buff it up later with Silver Surfer, is great. And that's the deck. Now let's get into some post-infinite ladder and see how it held up. Oh, and I realized I didn't explicitly say it in the deck breakdown portion, but Captain America's in the deck. Obviously. Alright, nice starting hand. Oh, Washington, D.C., the perfect home for my Brood. Ooh, squirrels! Okay, well now the question is, do I want to fill up Washington, D.C. on, like, turn 2 or turn 3? Probably not. Okoye. Okoye makes me think that you are also playing a Surfer deck. And I guess the question is, which Surfer deck is superior? Ooh, Captain America middle is perfect.
Avengers! Assemble.
Nakia, this is such a Surfer deck. Okay, let's force this person to play middle, where we have filled very, nicely. How dare you? You just made my squirrel weaker. You took away my abilityless squirrel's ability, which wasn't one. I think we obviously do Brood left, and then Agent right. You can snap, honestly, because next turn I'm just going to play Gladiator and Surfer on the right and call it a day. Now, if you have Enchantress, I'll be a bit sad. Is that what this is? No. I am absolutely beating the hell out of our symbiotes. I totally forgot that they are technically 4 costs. Gladiator, Surfer. And that'll also buff up Dazzler in the middle. They're gonna play what? A Sebastian Shaw. They're gonna play a Surfer. Oh, that is way more than I expected them to play. What? Okay, Shaw. Nova. Forge. Wait. Killmonger. Ooh. I think I win. Because even though you've hurt my Dazzler and you take the middle, you don't take either other lane. Yeah! Ah, there you go! That was like exactly how the deck's supposed to work. Well, I mean, looking at this hand, it's like I'm not even playing an ongoing Surfer deck. These are just Surfer cards. I think I'm gonna play Jean here. I might just let this person take the vault. Oh, what do we draw? Captain America's big. Captain America's big. Kitty Pryde. Oh, a Kitty Pryde deck. Is this also some sort of Surfer deck? Maybe a negative Surfer deck? Okay. Do we think that they'll play like Iron Man or something on the right? It's possible. I think we just do this. And they're still gonna have to play their first card into the right lane next turn.
Avengers! Assemble.
Cool, and I've got lots of energy. So, ooh, what's more value? Okay, math time! Because I can play Dazzler, who's going to be pretty big on her own, especially if I fill this lane. I think that means... Oh gosh, okay, I'm going to say a bunch of numbers now, and we're just gonna ride through it, okay? Dazzler will go up to a 2-6, if I play Brood, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait, I need to do that math again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 6 is 16. Okay, that's 16. Or she stays at a 4, we play 8, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Are those the same? Does that... I just end up with the same amount of stuff. I think I like the Brood strategy better then, just because it makes Dazzler bigger, which is cool, and fills the lane. Oh man, I don't usually put this much thought into a turn. Send it! Oof, oof. Okay. Kitty, they lose the right. I think we win. I think we win. Because we didn't have priority, which was great. Yep, we've got it. Nailed it. Holy crap, that was stressful.
Victory!
I think that was safer than Gladiator, because what if I had... They had Cannonball in their deck. What if I pulled, like, a Red Hulk or something that I couldn't kill? This was safer, obviously. That should have been the first thought process, but either way, nice. Who do we get? Oh boy, it's Magneto. That's not bad, I'll take a free Magneto. So, Loki. God, who knows what they stole? It's always so stressful. Cable just makes me question every single one of my life decisions. Thank God we got rid of that. I would like to draw US Agent too, I think. I think that would be pretty solid. Are we gonna get Loki now? Is this the time for it to happen? There it is. Yes, so US Agent would go really, really big here. US Agent! Because now I can do this and this. Mess up that lane. How many cards of mine do they have? 7. Full 7. So they have half my deck. Lots of counter cards. They have Shang-Chi probably, so they could kill my Gladiator right now if they so desired. I'm gonna assume that they got Surfer, which can buff Coulson. I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna swing priority this turn. I feel like this is a very strong lane now, and Gladiator is winning that. Although, maybe I will swing priority.
Avengers!
Because what do I have? 17? 17's still, like, a lot, though, you know? Nocturne, hi, good to see ya. Captain America doesn't buff any of those people, so that's really interesting. What if I just, like, Brood Absorbing Man? Or, wait, I have Cosmo, interestingly. I could Brood Cosmo, because I think that they're gonna throw their Nocturne middle, and try to play something else on the right, like maybe a Shang-Chi, kill my Gladiator. I'm gonna bank that they're gonna play some important on-reveal on the left, be it Shang-Chi or Surfer, and try and stop it. But this could lose it for me. Did they steal my Surfer? We're finally gonna find out what card was stolen, huh? Wait, how's that possible? Oh! Oh! Wait! You fool! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh, it all went perfect! They didn't get Surfer! And I stopped the Shang-Chi! And they killed their center lane by accident? Holy crap! That couldn't have gone better! Oh my god!
Victory.
Calling the Shang-Chi on the right. Oh, that felt good. A Howard the Duck gamer? Hell yes! I love me some Howard the Duck. Probably Tribunal or Galactus or something along those lines. That's the only reason I can see to run Howard usually. So I'm actually gonna save US Agent. You know what? Let's find out what he's running. Magic, interesting. That says to me as well that they need the turrets. This feels like Tribunal or something, which means that US Agent could go really well. Oh, no Super Scroll for you. Okay, so this is Tribunal. It's definitely Tribunal. Ah, with a claw. Still could be Tribunal. Yeah. All of those still feel along the same. Let's play Jean Grey middle to make sure that they have to play most of their big pieces middle. And then we will play Cosmo so that they can't do anything about it. I'm not going to play the US Agent yet, actually. Oh, actually, I guess I could do multiple US Agents, which is what I wanted to do. I'm pretty confident in this, although I actually am going to play US Agent middle exclusively. Just in case he didn't get copy middle, I absolutely want him middle. Can't copy anything, and also all of your big cards are now weakened. Oops, that's a really yucky Iron Man you got there. Just do a little bit of this, followed by this. And next turn will look like...
Assemble.
Absorbing Man plus something else. Yep.
Behold my
Wow, nice 4-power lane. Absorbing Man plus Dazzler goes crazy. I don't see any way that they win right now, but I do want to see this play out. Ah, darn.
victory.
But wow, that was so perfect. That was a perfect demonstration of why this deck is so powerful. I just feel like it's got a lot of counter potential. And instead of using up your whole final turn on Spectrum, right, to buff up all your ongoing cards, which is still a very good deck, you can play Surfer, buff up most of your ongoing cards, you know, the 3-cost ones, and then still play some other stuff. I don't know, I just feel like it's more flexible, and I really like it. And there you go, a Surfer deck running Captain America. They said it couldn't be done. Nobody said that. I don't know, from the statistics I looked up on Untapped, it seemed like a few people were trying, but it wasn't working out great. But I think this shell's actually pretty solid. I don't think it's the best deck ever built, but if you want to run Surfer with Captain America, which I really wanted to do, then I think this is the way to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully this deck works out just as well for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next upload, whether it be a gameplay video or a tier list. I don't know when I'm uploading this, so I don't know what's coming next. But if you hit that subscribe button, you'll find out. Alright, farewell for now, everyone. Have a nice day.